Okay, I'm Jack. This is my presentation on decision making. I am a junior getting a bachelor's in science for communication and am a student coordinator for the SDFC. These are my results I got on my quiz: introvert, intuitive, thinking, and prospecting. Introvert can look something like gravitating towards a more limited number of deep connections and meaningful social interaction and finding greater comfort in calm, tranquil environments, which is something I do really resonate with. Intuitive, you're likely to be very imaginative and open-minded, focusing on hidden meanings and distant possibilities, which is something that I don't really agree with that much. I am creative, but we'll get that more later. Thinking, you likely focus on objectivity and rationality, putting effectiveness above social harmony. And prospecting, you are very likely adaptable, easygoing, and flexible, prioritizing spontaneity over stability, which is not always the case for me. But the trait that resonates the most was introverted, even though I feel like everyone's kind of on a spectrum with being introverted or extroverted. I do wholeheartedly value deeper connections, which kind of just happens less often in most relationships. And then something I disagree with is some of this is hard to disagree with because this is more a reflection of the quiz and not myself, though I do think that I may lean more towards being observant. I do really appreciate practicality and concrete ideas, but am not 100% sure like the attributes that are given to someone who's observant, because it doesn't show those if you don't get that. So yeah, the thing I chose to relate it back to chapter 9 with was the spiral model. This kind of has a non-linear thinking process, which kind of makes decision making unfolds in a loop where individuals kind of revisit earlier stages of as new information emerges. Evolving understanding is kind of a very similar thing. Problems and solutions are redefined over time through reflection, discussion, and ongoing feedback. And then flexible and adaptive. The model allows for shifting perspectives and adapting strategies as organizational and interpersonal dynamics change within the group. And then barriers to effective communication when it comes to this type of model is others may really prefer a quick, decisive action and view repeated reflection as inefficient. And frustration may arise when one wants to loop back while the other wants to move on. And then tolerance for ambiguity. Some others might like clear direction, structure, and closure. So misalignment and comfort with unclear or changing decisions or abstract ideas could cause stress or conflict. INTPs or someone like myself may use abstract, theoretical, or logic-heavy language, and others could value emotional intelligence, practical examples, or people-centered language. Ideas may be even misunderstood or undervalued due to differences in expression or like the relevance of the idea, which is something I do kind of lean a little bit more towards the practical example idea of this. But my final thoughts and key takeaways. I feel that the spiral model really aligns with the personality that was given through the quiz, as I value reflection, complexity, and cyclical thinking. Understanding both personality type and the decision-making model being used can help create a space for more inclusive, effective collaboration, especially when team members work differently. As an INTP, I've realized that my natural tendency to revisit ideas and ask deeper questions can be both a strength and a challenge when it comes to group settings, and that's really where I like to work. Embracing the spiral models helped me feel more confident in my approach and has given me a framework to communicate the value of thoughtful iteration. And then my citation, and I'm done. Thank you.